YouTube, what's good? What's going on? I am Hugh Steph, and this is Billionaire Talk. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going back to the Meg Thee Stallion drama, particularly because Ray Daniels, who is a in my opinion, music mogul, has actually chimed in on the subject matter now. So yeah, we're going to get into this video with Ray Daniels and get his opinion on what's going on from a music perspective. But before we get into the video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe as you've been doing, which I truly appreciate, man. It really puts a warm feeling in my heart. This channel is growing. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video.
All-NBA, four-time All-NBA player, one of the top 75 players in the world.
Olympian.
Meg is not a top 75 artist in anything. And I'm not saying that to discredit her. I'm saying that to discredit her audience that is trying to downplay this man who literally is one of the greatest players that ever played the game of basketball. And let me say another thing.
So real quick, yeah, and I actually looked it up just to, see number-wise how she's doing. So, of course, obviously she has hits, she has gold records. If I'm not mistaken, I think her and Cardi B went platinum. Her and Beyonce too. I got to double check that. But, yeah, she's not even outperforming Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean? Still, Nicki Minaj is at the top of the food chain. And I think under her currently would be Cardi B. So, yeah, she's not the top. I mean, she's top 5 maybe, if that, but all-time great? Nah, not yet. Not yet.
He didn't announce they was together. She did. You think Klay has been messing with other girls since he been in the NBA? Of course he has. But this is what women do because they're famous. Oh, it's my man now. I'm here now. And he did what he did for the whole season. And then he told you monogamy might not be for me. I want to tell this to all women. Just because you have money and success doesn't mean a man is going to fall in line. And if he does, that's not the man you want to be with. You don't want to be with a man that falls in line with you because you got money and fame and everything. So to me, I just think girls need to understand, like, Klay has motion too. He's been having 20,000 people pay to come see him play for almost 20 years now. And literally, she announced the relationship, she announced the breakup, and now she wants pity. This nigga ain't did shit, y'all. Klay has literally done nothing besides literally hit his girl. I mean, he was hitting the chick that was famous, and now she's trying to ruin his life. I just want to say this to women. If we're gonna be working together, black men and black women, we gotta stop turning on black men because a black woman said so. I've seen women who don't know Klay Thompson, who probably didn't know him before, Megan Thee Stallion saying, I hope this man dies. Women are taking him cheating personal, like he cheated on you.
Right.
This man is great. No, listen, everybody, Megan and Klay and everybody in the world should wake up with one goal, to work as hard as I can to have the life that I want. She does, and he does too. And just because you think he's supposed to be in a relationship with you and be faithful because that's how you wrote it up, that's not the world he comes from. His dad was also a professional basketball player, so he probably understands the system of a man being a professional and what comes with it and what doesn't. Klay Thompson, for the ladies who don't know, is probably the most non-problematic black player in the NBA. That's why when he got with her, everybody was like, oh, that might work because he never has problems.
Right.
When do we start blaming the women for picking wrong?
I said that in one of the other videos I cover. I said, as far as his relationships, if I can remember correctly, he actually, his very first one with the chick, she ended up pretty much, when things turned sour, she brought it to the public eye. He didn't say anything. Him and Coco Jones, they purposely did not go public. That's why no one really knew too much about that. Even the other chicks that's in between. And then once again, now we coming back here with Meg Thee Stallion. This would technically be his second public relationship at the hands of the women going public with the information, because Klay's not putting it out there. Now, is he participating by taking pictures and all this other stuff? Cool. But breaking up, he didn't tell us that. You know what I mean? Cheating, possibly. He didn't mention that. It's the women, bro. Going to the internet.
Because what's really happening is women are picking the guys that they think qualify for where they should be. Because that's what we don't talk about enough. How women get successful, how women get money, how women get all this stuff. No, let me finish. How women get successful, women get money and all this stuff, but no matter how much they have, she still wants a man. So you women don't like that's the difference between men and women. When a man gets a lot of money, he usually treats women like work, like they come and go as they please. When a woman gets a lot of money, she just want one man to put her on a pedestal. It ain't gonna happen just because you got money. It's gonna happen because you're a good girl. And she has to be a good girl. That's all I would say. She must not have been because, you know, Klay, in my world, Klay is a good guy.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Mickey.
In your world,
I'm not gonna.
I think Klay is a good guy. I think he was honest with us too. He's like, listen, I don't want to be monogamous. I don't consider, like, in her own words, she said, I don't condone cheating, and he said that I don't want monogamy. I don't. And has he said? Has he? Right, we're at an impasse. Did he ever come out and say anything?
No, he didn't.
He hasn't said anything. So we have to now just go by what she said. And what she said was, I don't condone cheating. But like Ray said, he never claimed her as his girl.
He never confirmed or denied. And Meg is not a bad girl. She's an educated, smart, talented young woman that was in relations with a talented, I don't agree with anyone downplaying his talents and his abilities. But when do you, as men, he didn't deny or confirm. He didn't deny or confirm. That's one, right? But what she said, you had me around your family. Like, when you start doing things that makes it feel like you're in a monogamous situation, that's where it gets a little cloudy. And, you know, like you saying one thing, but it's not really matching up. It was intimate. It looked monogamous, you know? Because men that aren't, they put you in a space of, this is not a monogamous type of space. They have other women in the room.
That's not necessarily the case. I mean, for most people, it could be murky waters or unclear. However, communication solves that because I'm actually that type of person. I can bring you around the family. I can bring you around my friends. I could, we can go on trips together and we could just be really good friends or, just kicking it, dating or whatever. And it don't go anything past that. Because I'm a person who likes company. I enjoy the company. And even with that, it doesn't mean sex. I really just like a pretty girl around me sometimes just to, conversate and, do shit with. Maybe she got something going on in the film that I want to tap into. You could do skits or podcast and music, whatever have you. So there's people that enjoy the company. You get what I'm saying? But that's why you have to put it out there and say, hey, listen, I don't mind you meeting my family and all that, but don't understand what this is. And now, the last thing I want to call out that can be a bit contradictory is when you flip the roles. Now, look at what Megan was doing. So Megan's cooking, cleaning, and, I guess they're kissing and all this other stuff. If she was the type of women that are out there that will go on a date with these guys and really don't even like them, they'll just take money from them, that's really the only difference. It's the intent. So since she either liked how they would look together because of his clean record versus hers, background, excuse me, you can argue that she got with him because he's going to make her transition into this image that she wants to get into. As a matter of fact, real quick, I was talking to a homie earlier. Long story short, Megan's basically trying to get away from the booty shaking and all this other stuff. She's trying to clean up her image. Cool. Who better to do that with than the Klay Thompson, who is there's no drama, no BS circulating around his name. Circulating, excuse me. I can't speak today. You get what I'm saying? So it's really no different outside of the intent. And that's why you have to have communication.
It's kind of like almost grooming in a sense, it's just like, I'm not, I'm telling you I'm not like that. I might have other women in the mix.
So my thing is, I love that word, grooming. Mm-hmm. Why don't we say Meg was trying to groom Klay?
Exactly.
Which could very be the situation.
No, go ahead.
Can I just say this? I mean, bro, let's just be real here. Klay Thompson has worked hard, been disciplined for 20 years, 30 years. He's finally at his last leg of his NBA career. He's been making $30 million a year for like 10 years. He about to go run the streets freely.
I want to have some fun.
It's time.
What does it look like outside?
Meg
Megan is
has
a
been
very
trying
fun
to
girl.
force
No, she
this
hasn't. So
monogamous
no.
look and
I
situation
don't.
upon
So
her.
what I would say to that is that Meg came in a free spirit. She was.
Now you want to be caged up.
No, I'm just he might have introduced her to something that, so you have to take that into consideration. She came in a free bird, like she was having a good time. She was having. That's how we viewed her, was she was a good time. So now, if anything's changing, it's her new surroundings with Klay. So maybe he.
I want to say this.
To
Oh my God, I want to say this because we ain't got a lot of time, and I want to say this. It's important. If a dude, y'all, if a male rapper who only rapped about like Too Short had all the girls. If Too Short rapped about all the girls he has his whole career like he did, then he gets a relationship, and that woman cheated. Men are gonna look at him differently. We're not looking at her differently. We're gonna look at Too Short like, nigga, you ain't the play. Too Short taught me at 14 how to be a player, and now you getting played. I'm more looking at the girl like, well, shit, he met his match. When women see their heroes get played, they have to blame the man. And that's my only issue. How is this woman how are women? Women are like tearing Klay down publicly in his image.
I don't agree with that.
But it's because women can't see past themselves.
I'm gonna tell you why they're blaming Klay and Klay only, because they're tired. First of all, they're tired of red pill content, which I always have to explain this to people. Red pill content isn't necessarily the bashing of women and the tearing down of women and all this other stuff. It's just getting you to see reality versus perception, or what you want versus reality of how that actually looks. That's why Kevin Samuels was such a big sensation, because you got women coming on there with just the craziest of crazy circumstances, wanting the top of the chain of men that really, they weren't even on their radars. You know what I mean? So that's what Red Pill was based in. But the women, getting back to my point, they're tired of hearing that, oh, because I got 10 kids, I don't deserve a rich man. Or men keep saying it's in their biology to cheat. No, it's not right. Y'all want to do whatever y'all want. Then the feminist thing. Well, I'm a woman. I got my own money. I should be able to wear what I want. If I want to have my cootie out, I could do that. So women are just tired of being told what they can and can't do by men and being judged for doing so. So then when they have a hero, Shiro, like Meg the Stallion, who does it, and she's successful, and she's bagging the type of men that these women want, it sends the message saying, hey, I can do it too. But the only thing is, the women got to remember, there's a difference between you and Meg. Meg's worth, I think, $6 million. You probably make anywhere between 40 to 75K or 100. I'll give six figures, because there's a couple women that make six figures. And even then still, your money does not impress the type of men that you want, that you box out because you put yourself in a tax bracket. They don't care about how much money you make when they make their own money. And they're looked at, they already know going into a situation, they're expected to take care of everything financially, or the bulk of the finances. So your money doesn't matter, and your education is great, cool, you're not a dummy, but what purpose does it serve him? That's you making your money with your education. You're not making him money. You're not contributing towards the bills. So that's just what it is.
And in order to really do this with a man like Klay, you got to see past yourself. You got to understand, Meg, when you were in college 10 years ago trying to figure your life out, he was winning world championships. That's a fact. When you was trying to figure out what to do with your life 15 years ago, he was winning fucking championships in games. That's a fact. He has been here. That's a fact. Non-problematic.
And I need women to realize that, like, you keep saying we don't know, or y'all don't know who cool. You may not, fine, because you don't watch basketball. I don't watch basketball myself either, but I know who Klay Thompson is. You know what I'm saying? But listen to what he just said. This man has achieved what he's achieved for decades. He's on his way to retire, possibly. He's established. He's made his money. He's good. He's solidified, and he's a future Hall of Famer. So even though that may not be a global thing, which it kind of is because people around the world know him. But anyway, that's another subject. You can't discredit the man for being a phenomenal athlete, one of the top athletes in our generation of our time that we can witness and see in real time. You cannot discredit that man for his accomplishments, all because Meg got the short end of the stick. He is a superstar. Let's not do that.
To another thing that has to be said, and this is for people like Meg. Women think because they got clout, they the biggest person at the table. Women think because I'm famous and I met his parents that we had to be family. Everybody probably met his parents. Let me give y'all a little secret about men. We introduce women to our parents and our family because that's how we keep shit under control. You met my mama now. You gonna try to kill me publicly? My mama love you. Right. We gonna introduce everybody to our mama. Mama gonna meet the side chicks, and mamas don't say this a lot. Mama meet the side chicks, the mistresses, the hoes. Mama meet everybody. That's how men keep control. Hey, you met my mama, baby. You can't be out here trying to take a nigga down. So when she used that, it's like, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I disagree with that. I'm not in fear of the chick killing me. I mean, I guess he might be putting a little, humor to it, but I don't know about the cold control thing. If I bring you around my people, it's because I'm cool with you, I'm comfortable, and it's like that. You know what I mean? And if I'm being real, my mother particularly, she don't really care too much about the people I like, because it's, at the end of the day, it's my decision. She don't care who I bring around. Now, if I'm taking them serious and then she recognizes that and she gets to know them, she likes them. She actually, but if you just coming around and it ain't like that, she don't give a damn what I do. It's high and by, and then she go about her business. Like, straight up.
Grow up and realize that you are rich and famous playing the rich and famous game. You need to learn how to be out of them Kardashian chicks who understand everybody is free rec, everybody is free reign, and they just go for theirs. And by the way, you put a nigga in jail because she went for hers against a nigga.
All right, yeah, so that's going to be the end of the video, y'all. Leave a comment below letting us know what you think about the whole red pill and men versus women. And it's a lot, man. And it's unfortunate because this war that we're in, it's just going to continue widening the gap and creating a beef between men and women. And honestly, I can't wait till it to be over because I love women. Matter of fact, hit my phone. I could use some company. Just want to lay up and watch TV. Anyway, I'm out, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all later. I'm talking shit.